Let's talk master file. So I've done all my work in Photoshop and I have all of these layers. This is my master file. You always want to save a master file. That way you can go back in and re-edit if you need to without starting from the very beginning, which would mean going back to your RAW file or even your JPEG file. So your master file is not sized. It might be cropped to whatever you are looking at, but it has all of your layers in it. I save my master files as PSD files, Photoshop documents. Then I can size them, I can flatten them, I can do all sorts of things to this file when I save as and duplicate the file. So I want to duplicate my master file before I make any changes to it, such as sizing it for Instagram or Facebook, or giving it to a client, or going to print. So whatever my output is, I make the changes to a duplicate file. So let's look at how we do that. We can come up here in Photoshop to the menu and go to Image, Duplicate. This is one way to do it. Here, I'm going to call this 2048 instead of copy at the end because I'm going to size this for Facebook, _2048. And I'm going to hit OK. Now, I've got my duplicate file. So here's the original PSD, and here is the new one that I'm going to save after I resize it. So up to image size, and I'm going to change this to 72 for the World Wide Web, and I'm going to change this to 2048, the size that I size my files for Photoshop, a recommended size. And I hit boom. So I still have all of these layers, but when I do the save as, Shift-Command-S, it's going to flatten those layers when I take it to JPEG. And I'm going to put it on my desktop. Always want to know where you're saving things to, and click. And I'm going to save it as a quality of 10. You don't need a quality of 12, it doubles the size. 10 gives you a super quality JPEG file. That's what Adobe recommends, so that's what I do. And I hit OK. So now this file is living on my desktop. I've got two of them, the 2048 and my master file. I can save additional files with layers, and I generally do that as a TIFF if I'm going to give it to a client. But just remember, your master file will always have your layers, and you don't size your master file. So, master file, master file, master file, your layered files. Another way to duplicate your file is to just do a save as. So go up to File, Save As. And this one we're going to call Flattened. Well, this is the flattened one. Hold on. Let me do this one more time. Cancel. Let's get back over to the layered file, our master file. So, Shift-Command-S, or go up to File, Save As. This one we're going to call it Flattened 3000. Okay, and it's still going to be a PSD, so that's why I included flattened in here. So we're going to hit Save. So here it is. Let's do this. We're going to flatten it. Come up here, flatten image, go over here to image size. We're going to leave it at 240. Well, not leave it. We're going to take it to 240, and we're going to change this to 3000 and hit OK. And then all we do at the end of this one is hit Command-S. And it will save it as a flattened 3000 pixel PSD. If we go back to our bridge, you can see now I've got my original that is, I'll open that one up. Here's was the original. Here's my layers, my master file, my flattened, and then my JPEG. Oh, that was so much fun, you guys. Go explore.